For the last 2 years, you've been doing a job you didn't even know you had. Every single time you used AI, you were doing it. Let me show you what I mean. Picture it. You open ChatGPT, you type a prompt, and you wait. The answer comes back, so you read it, you check if it's any good, you fix the parts that aren't, and you type again. And then you do it again. And when you come back the next day, you've got to explain the whole thing to it all over, from scratch. So if you really think about it, you weren't just using AI. You were operating it. You were the one deciding what to ask next. You were the one checking if it was good, remembering what happened last time, deciding when to stop. Every one of those little jobs was yours. You were the loop. And now that's changing. The next big AI skill isn't writing better prompts anymore, it's building loops. So what's a loop? It's a system where the AI keeps an eye on something for you, takes the next step on its own, remembers what it's already done, and only stops when the job is finished or when it genuinely needs you. That's loop engineering. And in this video, I'll explain it with examples that anyone can follow. You don't need to know coding and you don't need to understand any complicated AI jargon. We'll build 3 simple loops together, like an AI that watches a product until it's back in stock, an AI that scans the top companies for your dream job, and an AI that hunts down business opportunities before you'd even think to search for them. And then at the end, one bonus loop that genuinely feels like magic, where the AI builds something and then keeps making it better completely on its own. Now, the best part, every single loop I build in this video, you don't have to write any of it from scratch. I've put all of them ready to copy, paste and use to level up right away inside my free WhatsApp community. So before you start, go grab the link from the description, join in and just follow along with me. That way, you're not only watching, you're walking out of this video with working loops of your own. Okay, let's get into it. So let me back up and explain what a loop even is, because once it clicks, you'll start seeing them everywhere. Here's the simplest way to understand it. Normal prompting looks like this. You ask the AI, it answers, you check it, you ask again. You're in the chair the whole time. Loop engineering changes that. Now the AI can keep checking, keep working, and keep deciding the next step on its own, inside a boundary that you set. And honestly, a good loop is just 5 simple questions you answer up front. What should it watch? How often should it check in? What's the change it's hunting for? What should it do the moment that change happens? And the big one, when should it stop and come ask you? It's not magic, it's honestly just patience plus memory plus a few rules. And that's exactly why it's so powerful. It does the one boring thing you're terrible at. It keeps watching until something actually changes. Now, you might be thinking, hold on, isn't this just automation? Isn't this just Zapier with extra steps? Fair question. But no, and the difference is the whole point. Automation usually does one fixed action. For example, when a form is submitted, send an email. That's useful, but it fires once and it's done. A loop keeps checking the situation. It's sitting there asking, did anything change? Did I already handle this one? Is the job complete? Should I try again? Or should I alert a human? So automation does one action and stops. A loop watches until the situation is actually solved. One is a light switch, the other is a guard dog. That's the difference, and it's the whole reason this is a brand new skill and not just the old one wearing a new name. Let's start with the easiest one, and honestly, the one everyone's needed at some point. There's a product you want. Maybe it's a new iPhone, maybe sneakers, maybe concert tickets, a graphics card, a seat in a course that keeps selling out, and it's out of stock. So what do we all do? We sit there refreshing the page like maniacs. Every few hours, then every few minutes, and we still somehow miss it. So instead, let me show you how to hand that whole job to a loop. Watch how simple this is. So let's go to Claude and type /loop. That's the command that tells it to do a job again and again on a schedule. And let's paste in a simple job description. Watch this product page every hour. Check 3 things. Is the button still out of stock? What's the price? And is my size there? UK 11. Then the rules. If it's still sold out, do nothing, stay silent. Wrong size, do nothing. Over budget, do nothing. Only ping me when it's the right shoe, in my size at the right price. And this part matters, never buy it. That decision stays with me. And remember what you saw last time, so you don't alert me twice for the same thing. It asks you one quick thing, run this on the cloud? Yes. And that's the magic part. It runs on Anthropic servers, not your laptop. So you can shut your laptop, go to sleep, and it keeps watching every hour without you. Quick permission, we allow it, and it's live. There's the confirmation. Every hour alerts only when all 3 things are true at once. And see this, It's saving what it saw in a little memory file so it never repeats itself. Let's test it right now instead of waiting an hour. It opens the live page on its own, checks the button, the price, the size, and look, still out of stock, so it does exactly what we told it to do, which is nothing at all, no false alarm. It just quietly saves what it saw and gets ready for the next run. And here's the important bit, the thing that makes this a good loop and not a dangerous one. It should not buy it for you automatically. The final call stays with you. That's the whole shape of it. It watches patiently, it alerts at exactly the right moment, and it stops before doing anything risky with your money. It's not answering a question anymore. It's watching a situation. Okay, that one was fun. This next one is my favorite because it can genuinely change your career. Say there's a role you'd kill for at a top AI company. OpenAI, Anthropic, Perplexity, Cursor, whoever it is for you. You do not want to be checking all their career pages every single day. And you really don't want to find out about the perfect role 2 weeks after it went up and got flooded with applicants. So let's build a watcher for it. Same start/loop. And here's what you tell it. 3 times a day, check these career pages. Only the roles I actually care about. Community, partnerships, growth, events. Ignore the engineering roles. Ignore anything outside my city. Ignore anything you've already shown me. When you find a match, send me the company, the role, the location, why it fits, and the link. Then draft me a short application note. But do not submit anything. Show me first. Cloud schedule again so it runs without you. And it's smart. It even asks which companies to watch and what timing you want. Those 4 plus a few more AI labs. Morning, afternoon, evening. And here's where it gets good. Let's hit run and watch the right side of the screen. It doesn't check them one by one. It fires off 10 agents at the same time, 1 per company, all going out to the live web at once. A couple of minutes later, every one of them comes back done. And there it is. 10 companies, all checked live, real openings pulled straight from their job boards. But here's the part you'll love. Scroll down. It flags 2 judgment calls it made, places where it bent your rules slightly and wants you to confirm. And it's already written the application note for one of them. And this is where you see the real magic of loops, which is memory. The AI has to remember which jobs it already showed you, otherwise it'd ping you about the same role every day and you'd mute it in an hour. So every single run, it's quietly asking, is this new? Does it match? Have I shown this person already? Is it even worth interrupting them for? That's a real loop. Not because it runs on a schedule, but because it watches, compares, remembers, filters, and only bothers you when something genuinely matters. Now, let's go one level crazier. The first loop watched one product. The second watched a few job pages. This one watches the whole internet for you. Say you run a small business, an agency, a course, a consulting thing. Most people in that spot just wait. They wait for someone to fill a form, slide into their DMs, send a referral. You're sitting there hoping demand finds you. But what if your AI could go out and spot the people who need you before they ever land on your website? You tell the loop what you offer, and then every few hours go scan Reddit, X, funding announcements, hiring pages. Look for people basically raising their hand. Someone posting, our support team is completely overloaded. Or anyone know a good AI consultant? Grade each one, how strong is this signal? Then draft a personal message for the good ones, but never ever send it, wait for me. Cloud schedule every few hours. It wires up 4 separate scanners, Reddit, X, funding news, and tech press. Let's not wait, let's run it once right now, and off it goes. 4 agents out on the open web at the same time, reading what real people are posting right this minute. A few minutes later, it comes back with everything. And look what it hands you. 3 real opportunities ranked from best to keep an eye on it. Return helper, rated high. They just raised a $4 million round. Stored, Victor, each one comes with who exactly to contact and a pitch already written for you. But here's the part that actually builds trust. It's honest about where it struggled. It tells you a couple of its sources hit a wall and it had to lean on the others. It's not pretending it had a perfect run. Think about how different that is from normal automation. Automation just waits for a form to get filled. This goes out into the world and finds the demand before it ever reaches you. And that honesty, telling you where it couldn't reach, is exactly what separates a toy that demos well from something you'd actually run your business on. That's the part that genuinely feels like living in the future. Okay, last one, and this is the one that genuinely made my jaw drop. So far, every loop has watched something out in the world. This one builds something for you and then it keeps making it better on its own without you touching it. So here's a simple app I put together called Lumen. Right now it's rough, it's basically a placeholder. And let's say there's a website out there whose design you absolutely love and want to learn from. Normally you'd hire a designer, wait days, go back and forth, watch what a loop does instead. And here's the best part, you don't even write this one yourself. There are these things called loop libraries online where people share ready-made loops. This one's from Matthew Berman. He's put together a whole library of these. I just grabbed the one built for redesigning a website, copy it, and that's it. No writing anything from scratch. I paste it in, point it at the design I want to learn from, and hit go. And now the loop is off on its own. It's going to look at that design, look at my rough app, and start closing the gap between them, bit by bit. And this is the magic. It builds a version, then it checks its own work, finds the weakest part, fixes just that, and goes again. On a timer, over and over. It's grading itself and improving itself while I do nothing. And here's where it ends up. Remember that rough placeholder? Look at it now. Floating phone mockups, a proper call to action, clean pricing, the review ticker, all of it. It went from a sketch to something that looks genuinely shipped, and I didn't touch it once while it worked. And that's a completely different kind of loop from the first three. Those watched the world and waited. This one creates, then judges its own work, then improves it and repeats until it's good enough. Build, check, fix, repeat. That's the same loop you'd use to polish anything. A design, a piece of writing, a spreadsheet. You're not doing the work anymore. You're setting the standard and letting it climb to it. Now, before you run off and try to automate your entire life, one rule that keeps all of this from turning into chaos. The more powerful the loop, the stronger your rules need to be. A product watcher that just alerts you, totally safe. A job watcher that drafts an application, fine, but it should never apply for you. An opportunity loop that drafts outreach, great, but it should never message a stranger without your say-so. So let your loops watch, filter, draft, and remind you all day long. But anything that touches your money, your reputation, your customers, or anything legal that gets a human gate, it stops and it asks you first, always. That one rule is the difference between a loop that works for you and a loop that embarrasses you. So here's what I really want you to take from this. The skill that's about to matter isn't writing one clever prompt. It's knowing what to hand the loop. What should it watch? How often? What actually counts as important? What should it ignore? What should it remember? When should it speak up? When should it stop? And when should it stop and ask you first? Answer those well, and you've built yourself a tiny worker that watches a problem for you around the clock. Answer them lazily, and you've built a headache. Same as managing any real person. Prompt engineering taught us how to talk to AI. Loop engineering teaches us how to hand off the work entirely, and your first loops shouldn't be complicated. They should be stupidly simple. Watch this product till it's back. Watch these companies till the right job opens. Watch the internet till a real opportunity shows up. That's the whole shift. AI used to be something you talk to. Now it's something you deploy and walk away from. And a year from now, the people who understood this early will have AI quietly working in the background for them while everyone else is still sitting there refreshing pages by hand. The copy-paste templates for all of these loops, including the loop library for that last one, are in my free WhatsApp community, links in the description. Go grab them and build your first loop tonight. Pick the stock watcher, it takes 5 minutes, and it's the one that makes this whole thing finally click. And subscribe, because I make detailed videos on AI that genuinely help you become 100 times more capable at what you do, not just impressed for 5 minutes. Speaking of which, the next video to watch is right here. Go check it out. I'll see you there.